YouTube thumbnails. How do you make them good? Do you even need a thumbnail? Well, let me show you how I do it. Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Robert Fixit, and today is the most exciting video ever. Okay, maybe not, but let's watch it anyway. So the topic for today is thumbnails, and I made a short about this, just showing how quick and easy it is to make a thumbnail. I did make one in about 2 minutes. I had to speed it up to get it in the shorts for the minute, but it was about a 2-minute thing. And so let's go to Adobe here. So here we are in Adobe Express. So someone was asking which program I use to make the thumbnails, and I use Adobe Express. Now, I was under the impression that it's free, but I think it's only free on your phone, because I was going to make this video from my computer, and when I signed in it said please subscribe, so that was strange. I use it on my phone, and I've been making the same thumbnail over and over and over again, but someone on YouTube commented and said that his thumbnails were not very good, and I said, well, mine aren't either. But he said, well, but I clicked on your video because of your thumbnail. And he's not a computer looking for computer things. He saw my thumbnail, clicked on the video, and that's how he ended up there. And I never really have explained my thought process on thumbnails because I'm not an expert at it. There's plenty of tutorials on YouTube and stuff like that. The thing is, I've watched a couple of those tutorials, and it's so boring. It's just so, Jesus Christ. So I'm going to just tell you how I do it and where the idea came from, and then we're going to make him a thumbnail from his channel at the end. So I want to show you this. So this is my YouTube channel. So I used to really not have thumbnails. If you look here, this is a year ago. So if you see these videos, that's a thumbnail, but like right here, there's no thumbnail. That's just a picture. That's another picture. I think that's one of the first thumbnails, but all I did was I just put text on it. There was no thought process. The first one that I actually sort of made to be, I guess, what would you say? Try to capture the audience was this one. It says the most strange PC ever, and then I put the moon, and then I put the emojis. Out of all of these old videos, that's the first video that really took off. I don't know why. It just says that. It's very simple. And I think it was just the images were, so different. And then you see, now that's just me looking at a computer, 1,000 views. Now look at the next video, a video that I took a long time to make, but see how everything's so small, 78 views. Then the next one, mining GPU, more views. Then this is the one, I think the first one that I put the people in, 500 views. And then I went back to sort of the boring way. And then this is the one where I have more characters. There's the builds. And then let's see, where did I start? Right. You can see. So where I got the idea from to do this was there was a PC channel that I'm not sure which channel it was, doing building budget PCs. He had this big font of $100 PC and then the picture of the computer. And he would post a video and it would get 1,000 views like immediately. So that's when I started doing the big font thing. So let's go, let's see where it starts. It starts, you can tell, I think somewhere around here. Yeah. So now you can see the pattern here. Now they're all kind of the same, the big font. So let's go to Adobe and let's examine why we do this. So let's go here. This is kind of a, actually that's too big. That's an old one. But here's the formula. So just remember this or write this down. This is how it works in my mind anyway. Let's do this one because I like this one. So on the people, you have to realize that your people are mostly watching YouTube on their phone, right? For the most part. A lot of people watch it on the computer. I only watch it on my phone. And the thing is, when you go to YouTube and you're scrolling, if the person has autoplay on and you're scrolling, the thumbnail will go away and then the video will start. So you have like literally 1 second to capture their attention or they're going to keep scrolling. So I have a two-part process for that. So I have the title here is as big as I can fit on the top. Sometimes I'll put it on the bottom. But it's as big as I can fit on the top. So when they're scrolling, they're going to see this first. Then they might pause for a second. So I have sort of the title or the subject there, sort of. And then I have part 2, which is a statement or a question. So Windows debloat, probably not the best title, but most people know what debloat is. And then make it faster. So if you're scrolling very quickly, what you're going to see is Windows make it faster, right? And then we have some context. So the background for me is always related to the subject of the video. So in this case, it's a Windows 11 background. So because it's about Windows 11. But see, I didn't say Windows 11, right? If I would have put Windows 11 debloat, the text would have been smaller. I just put Windows debloat because this applies also to Windows 10. The reason why I put Windows 11 in the background is because many people recognize Windows 11 background, and it's kind of a trolling thing for thumbnails. I do this all the time. I put in things that people will recognize and things that people hate. So a lot of people hate Windows 11. So I'll put in a Windows 11 background if it's not necessarily about Windows 11. And then I have, so you should be able to see what this is about, right? If you look at this, you know what the video is about. It's about making Windows faster. It's got Windows 11 in it. And then I put the Copilot and the Edge because people hate Copilot, people hate Edge. And then I just started doing this. I put the little penguin guy in there because people message me all the time. They go, "Why is there a little penguin in the corner?" It's just because the Linux thing, people hate it so much. So this one, I think this one didn't do too well. I was thinking of black and white would help, and then the excessive RGB. But I quit my job to flip gaming PCs. So it's, again, big statement, secondary question. This guy's very frustrated, and this computer is obviously $2,000. So it's supposed to say, he quit his job, but he's very upset, very frustrated. And that's the basic idea. This one actually did very well. So there's a lot going on here. Using Linux Mint, we have the Mint guy. We have Windows, which is very sad. Secondary statement is 30 days later, and then the icon. I use icons a lot, and I'll show you how to do that. So some are better than others. I would say for some reason, see, like this one here, there's way too much going on here. I might have to fix that. Probably, see, now you can go in here and you can just remove stuff. So let's do that. So let's delete that, and then we'll just put this over here. Now that's my actual case, that was my actual GPU. We'll save the file. And then once you save the file, you can upload it as a thumbnail on YouTube. See? Much more clean. We probably don't even need the GPU in there, but I'll change that. I'm going to go back now and change a bunch of my thumbnails from the old days. So that's my basic formula, is just to have it to where the initial font is very big. You can have the background is kind of up to you. I can't really tell you how to do that. Also, you can use Adobe Express to do this. Let me show you here. So this is a YouTube post. So you can make YouTube posts as well. Not a lot of people edit their YouTube posts, but I try to sometimes. So this is just a teaser. So I have 2 Office PCs here. And then it says Office Gaming PC for $100, but how? And then I have a character from one of the games. I try to put in characters and icons and things because it's recognizable. So for this Partition Wizard one, I put in the hard drive, the SSD, the logo, and then the wizard because, I don't know, I just like putting little characters in there. It's kind of not necessary though. I mean, I've seen people post a thumbnail that just has one item in it and one word. Works just the same. The reason why I do it this way is because I can do this. Watch. This is how I can make the thumbnail so fast. So let's do this. Let's go here to duplicate, and we're going to try and make this guy his thumbnail. Okay. And let's go here. And let's do this. So it's the same thumbnail. Now you can just change it around. So we just delete, delete, delete. Now why would I do this instead of making a new thumbnail? Because my font is already there. My statement is already there. All I have to do is change the pictures. So let's replace the background with the NASCAR logo or track. See? NASCAR. And what do we want to say? We're going to use his actual wording, but I'm just going to put something here. NASCAR, do you love it? Seeing it? Whoops. That's the thing about the phone. It gets touchy, so you have to be careful. So there you go. You put that in the corner. So this could be a thumbnail. Could be. That's probably too big, but you get the idea. So that's a thumbnail within 1 minute. But let's go to his channel and look at his thing here. Okay, here it is. So here is his channel, which is about NASCAR. And I don't know anything about NASCAR, but as you can see, the thumbnail there, the text is very small. I mean, it would be bigger on if I was scrolling, through YouTube, it would be bigger. It's smaller because of the text on the side, but let's try it this way. Covering payouts for Daytona 500. Covering. Okay, so this is how it would look if you were scrolling. That's how. Now watch, as you scroll, if you stop scrolling, the video starts playing. Now look at the difference. See his text, and then look at this text right here. So you're automatically going to scroll past this one, and you're going to go here. And then you have this one. See how they're very big? Now this guy, he has a smaller banner, but his channel seems to be like it's very big. So let's see if we can make his pop out a little better. So let's do this. Let's see, talking about sponsors in NASCAR. So I want to change. Is that what it says? Talking about sponsors in NASCAR. So let's do it like this. NASCAR sponsors. Because if we're going to do it my way, it's going to be a two-part sentence or two-part statement. So NASCAR sponsors. So it's going to barely fit in there. Now, I did not watch the video. I assume it's some sort of discussion. And I use this in my videos. Whenever I have a discussion, I always say, let's talk about it. So, anyway. I don't know if he's going to actually use this, but I just want to show you what my thought process is. We're going to make that yellow. I'm not sure if this background is appropriate. I would go like here, since he's using the FedEx logo. So we go here to Google, and you look for a PNG. So FedEx PNG is going to be a file that has a transparent background. And so that way we don't have to use the whole white thing, right? So you upload the file. Now the thing is, I'm not sure if you're allowed to do this. I do it all the time, putting the logos in there because they're copyrighted or trademarked or whatever. I haven't had a problem in a year and a half, so I don't know if you're allowed to do that or not. But that's what I do. Some people would say probably don't do that. So you do remove background. Now this, no, that does not look right. If it's going to be on that sort of background, we need some white to it. So let's do FedEx logo, but we're going to make it smaller because we want, so probably there should be a different background for this. Let's try to add more sponsors. NASCAR, I know Budweiser's one, right? NASCAR sponsors. Images. So we have, you know what we might do? So we can see the actual cars. Let's do this. Wait, not that. So if you ever want to change the background, you just go to replace, upload. Okay, so now, let's see, background, let's make it a little smaller. Just enough to fit the screen. And we want to be able to see that Coca-Cola there pretty good. You know, in reality, I think we could probably lose the FedEx part, because now it's not relevant, because you can see the sponsor part right there. But we'll just leave it there since he had it in his. So I'll save it two ways. So we'll save it like this. And then we'll delete the FedEx part. Then we'll save it again. So there you go. You could use the NASCAR logo, I guess, but that's probably not a good idea. But this is pretty simple. If I had more time, I think I would work on this more. But I could even make that a little smaller just to get more Coke in there. Let's see. Problem is this picture can only get so... Okay, we could do that. So we're going to make the Coke big then. If there's no FedEx in it. There you go. Look at that. You can see the whole car now. And it's red, so you got white, yellow, and red as you're scrolling. And you could even, let's save that one. If you wanted to go the extra mile, you could go here. And we'll add a little icon. So I use the money bag a lot. Let's see. We could do the money hand one. Use that one a lot. Money in hand. So a lot of people use these. Just because the lower left corner is kind of blank. So we could even have the little money coming in from the side there. Also, Adobe has this thing, so every section has a layer. So you can move this around. See? So see, it's kind of under the text there. I don't know if that's good because now it's covering the tire, but maybe we'll do it like that. Go here to layers. There you go. Oops. So we'll save that one too. I don't know if the money's necessary actually. But anyway, that's how I do it. This program is free as far as I know. I don't know why it said to subscribe when I went on the computer. Maybe it's only free on the phone. The reason why I do it on the phone is because it lets me do it anywhere. You know, if I'm at the store, if I'm at a friend's house, I can just do it in 2 minutes. If something pops in my brain, you know, if I have to wait till I get home, sit down, do the whole process, you know, I'm not going to spend an hour on a thumbnail. That's just crazy. I know some people do and they're successful at it, but that's not me. And then also, if you look in your YouTube studio, there is a tool somewhere in there where you can upload 3 thumbnails. Well, you have the one that is in there. You can upload 2 more, and it will automatically rotate them, and it will tell you which thumbnail does better. Now, I don't do that because I have so many. I can tell. You know, when I post the video and it's just dying, I already know it's the thumbnail because nobody's even clicking on it, right? If the thumbnail is good, you'll see clicks like immediately, and when it's not good, it'll just it just won't go anywhere. So I change them often. I probably changed, I would say for every 5 videos that I post, I probably change 1 thumbnail out of the 5. There's the one that I just recently posted. I have to change that one because that one's a mess. This one right here. So I'll send these files to this guy. Hopefully he likes them. This one right here, I'm not going to do it now because the video is too long already. But this thumbnail, wow, look at it's way too busy. But it's easy. You just change the background. It's the background is the problem. And change this. That's got to go. Something like that. Anyway, if you have any tips, I'd love to hear them. Or what software you use. I think some people use Canva. I believe CapCut actually lets you make thumbnails too. But honestly, if your videos are good enough, you don't even need thumbnails. So consider that. But if you're new to YouTube and you're trying to capture audiences, then definitely you should concentrate on the thumbnails. I always make mine after the video. For some reason, I don't know why. I think some people make them first, but what I do is I make the video, I upload it, and as it's uploading, I make the thumbnail because I'm just waiting for it to upload, and that gives me, 2 or 3 minutes while the video's fresh in my mind, and I think about the subject of the video, what's in it. I try to think about something funny, some Easter eggs, something captive, And then by the time the video is done uploading, I'm already done with the thumbnail. I upload the thumbnail, type the description. All of this is done within, same day, and we just pump out the content. Anyway, thank you for watching. We'll see you next time for more YouTube tips.